Hey guys, welcome back to another Stonks Maxxing video. Today's day 122. So, making some, 212? I gotta double check. Caught myself saying. Wait, is it 100? If so, I thought I hit 200 at this point. I could be wrong. Might be. Okay. So I've hit 200 videos, but yeah, day 122. So, haven't hit 200 yet. On track though. That's gonna be exciting. Okay, but what I want to do today is take a look at some of the fashion retail companies. I think we've been building out a spreadsheet of the market. I would say retail as a whole. We looked at Walmart, we looked at Target. Walmart, I think, is doing about 148 to 150 in quarterly revenues. Most recently, I believe they have a quarter ended either November 30th or October 31st, somewhere along those ranges. And Target, within that same period, has a quarterly revenue of about $25 billion. So I think if you compare the two, that is about 6 times less, 5 to 6 times less compared to Walmart. I want to say if you look at the geographical footprint of Walmart versus Target, I would say Target probably has a smaller footprint compared to Walmart. I think Walmart, they've expanded to Asia, they've expanded to Europe, and potentially Africa. I don't know about that. But I also know that Sam's Club is owned by Walmart, so they have this large warehouse club within the business itself as well. It would be interesting to look at Costco, I think, to see sort of this more consumer spending, and then potentially other, we'll call it grocery stores. I think the biggest category for both Walmart and Target is actually food supplies, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something to think about. And I want to say Target, they do break down their revenue categories by food, home, I think durable goods, potentially clothes. Kind of forgot the exact categories. But food, surprisingly, is the largest one. But I think if you combine all the other categories, so the non-perishable, durable good categories, that does become a lot more of the revenues compared to just the perishable food goods. Okay, but the reason why I want to do the fashion is because VFC is, I think, 60%, 65% of my portfolio today. And there's also this NRF retail student program that I'm going to next week, January 9th. Okay, so they're starting to. I might have to sign up for this later. Cole's chats. Let's see, is this open? Okay, 15 per tour. Petco. Okay, yeah, I'll probably sign up for some of these. Oh, this is for only sophomores. I didn't realize that. I got rejected from that, so that's unfortunate. Okay. It's interesting. Let's take a look at the, not the program. Oh, here we go. So CEO of Goodwill Industries. All right, and then IKEA, Crate and Barrel. I think we saw Aldi, Tapestry, Calvin Klein, which I want to say is owned by PVH Group. Okay, we have Ross, Amazon, Studs, After School, Walmart, Nordstrom, CVS Health, which surprisingly generates, I want to say, $300+ billion in annual revenue. Target, I don't know what Walk Retail Alliance is. Uniqlo, okay. Best Buy, Macy's, Amex, BJ's Wholesale Club, Educator Meeting, Career Fair, Sunday. Yeah, I wonder if they have a 2024. Toshiba, Kohl's, Dick's. I'd imagine probably the stuff they go over is pretty high level, not necessarily. Man, I wish I was there, the New York Soho store and headquarters talk. That sounds really fun. Okay, so actually I do want to take a look at fast retailing. Financials. Fast retailing, I think they own Uniqlo and they also own GU, which is this, I think, interesting business that they're trying to break into the US. Billions of yen. Okay, Uniqlo International is pretty much almost double the Uniqlo Japan's revenues. Yeah, gross profit, 50% gross, it's not that bad actually. 15%, 16% operating profit. 12% net income margin. I think that's actually pretty comparable to Amex's 2023 fiscal year net income margin. Was also around 12.5%. I want to say, if you look at the, I'm gonna open up the S&P 500. See if I can get that, because I think the average net income margin for the S&P 500 companies, it's around 10%. Let's take a look. I think everything has to load in, but while that's loading, I'm gonna risk factors, interview. Index, trillions of yen, $20.2 billion. Gap, Lululemon, PVH, Next, PLC. Must assume the global market as their basic premise. At the same time, people are always questioning who is providing reliable products and services. Okay. Fast retailing stock price has increased to nearly 100 times its original listing price. Zeninke? I'm not entirely sure what that means. Okay, but I guess it's where all employees adopt a managerial mindset. I didn't even know they had this, and I don't know who even watches this stuff. I guess this is some type of QVC type selling. Hennes and Maritz. Finance position. What's this? Okay, I think this is probably the number of stores that they have. Yeah, okay. They do have a lot in China, wow. Close to almost 1,000 stores. In the US, it's 61. Okay. It's the quarterly consolidated statement of income. Performance by business segment. Let's take a look. It sounds interesting. It's probably what we saw earlier with the Uniqlo International Okay, million yen, putting profit. I'm curious about this too, the monthly retail library. Other presentations, facts book. Oh, shoot. What's this? Same stores plus online sales. Okay. Customer numbers. Okay, it seems like they just have Japan store data though, not the entire world. Okay, that's interesting though. Let's take a look here. Okay. Okay, 14, it's basically 15% operating margin. %8 implied revenue growth. Okay. Okay, this is, I think, what I saw. Actual net income. This is probably the forecasted estimates. Implied growth 8%, net income growth of 22%. Yeah, I wonder if that's a lot compared to historical levels. But let's open up. I think I should have a retailing. Okay, here we go. Let's try to add some numbers here, see if we can. Burlington Coat Factory. Discount retailers. Fashion, right? Okay. 11 billion Adidas. This is total. So Q3 2024 was a decent chunk. So 6.4 billion. VFC was 2.3 billion. Okay. Fast retailing, I have that here. All right, let's take a look at the financial positions and business results. And let's go back to the performance by business segments. Also the income statement here. Okay. Okay, so they do things by IFRS, which is, I think, is slightly different from US GAAP. Okay, so business segments, Uniqlo Japan, Uniqlo International. I don't know if Tiffany's is even. GU Global Brands. Let's see if we can just straight copy this. Okay, they do not. $182, 244, 498, 40609, 236. Huh. I don't. My question is, when does their quarter end? I'm not entirely sure. Millions of yen. Arling Rs. Okay, so I think oh, here we go. Japanese gap. They don't have quarterly though, it seems like. Year ended August. So my guess then is they end their Q4, so August 31st. And I'll put that as the Q2, right, so. I think this is probably how it would work. Okay. 23948210169. So they had seen declining revenues in their Japanese segment, it seems like. Uniqlo International, I want to say, is probably, yeah, it has done better. 542, 441, 318, 442, 667, 408, 863, and then 418, 983. Interesting. And then GU we have 67210, 87856, 71718, 6, 8, 8, 9, 7, 2, 6, 8. Okay. Global brands. Okay, I guess that includes Theory, PLST, a bunch of these. I'm not entirely sure how I pronounce that. Comptor, 35235, 3, 6, 6, 8, 4, 3, 2, 7, 3, 3. Okay, 3, 4, 3, 6, 8, 3, 5, 0, 5, 1. So this is okay, and then if we take I wonder if there's gotta be a way. So is there a way to take a picture of a table and then import it into Excel? Ah, okay. Let's take a look then. It's data. From picture. Let's copy. And then let's picture from clipboard. Damn, this is pretty spot on. Four, 6, 5, 6. Nice, nice. Yeah, this is very nice. Okay. Uniqlo International. What's your data? Number of stores by business segments. Yeah, let's just copy this. Uniqlo Japan. Q. Let's just insert. Okay. Number of stores. See what is the trend here. Imagine it probably increasing. They would increase the number of stores. So they closed a few Uniqlo Japan stores, surprisingly enough. Okay. So they also have here, I think, foreign exchange rates. I think this could probably help quarterly for USD. Okay, this I think I could probably. Exchange rates 38.6, 148.4, 147, 49, 150.9. So that exchange rate, so USD to JPY cross. Go cross. Okay, nice. That's what we wanted. Okay, business segments, global brands. Let's do total. Should be millions USD. Okay, 4883. So surprisingly, revenue has declined. If you look at the trailing 12 months, that seems to be around $20 billion in revenue. $2.7 billion alone in the Uniqlo International, which is by far their largest business. Goo, I think, is going to be an interesting potential business to have as they start to expand globally. Okay. And then operating profits. Okay, yeah, I'm surprised. So the brands, the global brands had negative operating profit. I'm curious what changed that. Okay. So let's do percent margin. This is like 10% or so, 9%. Do I need that much precision? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just do it in the millions. Okay. Let's see. How's the stream doing, by the way? Okay, nice. It's not. Oh, what? It's good, Andre. It's good, Andre. Do you have to go use the bathroom? I'll be back. want to see. So from there, they have something here. What was it? Was it in the monthly retail data? Financial position, results summary. Where was it? It was information about how fast retailing was compared to other companies within this same business. Curious about what their profit forecast. Okay, 9.5, 9.5. This gives you the country breakdown. Results summary. Maybe IR library. I think that's where I was earlier. Fact book. Earnings announcements. Not sure. Okay, that's fine. So I remember on that list they had a company called Inditex. I've never heard of it. Is this the Zara company? Ah, okay. Financial results. So this is Japanese. Net sales, so this is in euros, I'd imagine. Results. Okay, yeah, so they do report things in euros. Outlook, sales, cost of sales. I wonder if they do break it down. Number of stores by concept. Okay. Do they have a revenue that's quarterly, and do they have a breakdown of Zara versus Pull&Bear versus other companies? Interesting. Okay, this would be something to look at in the future. If Zara or Inditex is really investing into figuring out what these potential use cases for other raw materials are, maybe create some type of sustainable fabric or textile, that would be very interesting. And I could see that being a billion-dollar business in the future. Call this a highly fragmented sector. I don't know. It just seems like marketing to me. we continue to generate strong cash flow and reinvest back into the business. Let's take a look at the presentation. Zara Man Edition. That's sick. Yeah, so there's seems to be a lot of different investors and analysts here. Okay. It's sales. Right, use assets. I wonder if there is kind of this correlation between the number of stores versus number of... Okay, yeah, if you compare Zara versus Uniqlo, we can see here that Zara does have a higher geographical footprint with 5,801 total stores. I guess 5,698 total stores in 2024 compared to what Uniqlo has in... I'd compare this probably here, 3,623. To me, that sounds like yeah, it seems like a decent amount. Almost 2x, not quite. Uzbekistan. Okay. All right, let's take a look here then. So, Inditex. We could break down their net sales. So net sales. So this is euros. So million of euros. And this is April, right? So April 30th, 2024. This will be April 30th, 2023. Okay, so net sales. Cost of sales, gross profit. Gross margin. You know, these gross margins are actually pretty high for fashion companies. I didn't expect them to be that high. I always thought gross margins were probably going to be somewhere in the range of 40 to 50%. I don't know what Uniqlo's is, but if you're getting a 12% operating margin, I'd imagine at least 50% gross margin. Yeah, VFC, their operating margin seems to have, okay, so it has declined, but they're working towards higher gross. Gross profit, Nike, 45%. That seems more in line. I'm surprised a company like Zara, which traditionally is fast fashion, I thought would have lower margins compared to a Nike, which to me sounds like a more, I don't know if it's premium brand, but something that does have a lot of brand power behind it. Like, I would pay more money for, I think, a Nike shoe over other athletic shoe companies. So I'm very surprised to see these really high gross margins. Okay, operating expenses. Do not need the margin here. I want to add gross profits. Divide this. Sales. Amortization and depreciation. Okay. Move these here. This should actually be 3. -10. Okay. Margin. Oops. I'm just gonna delete Tiffany's for now. Always gets in the way. Net income, taxes, 373, okay. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, what is the minority stakes, minority interest that Zara owns? So net holding company. Seems like we actually subtract this. Okay, net income margin, pretty solid, 15%. Yeah, it's really strong. Need some of these corn puffs, by the way. Kind of weird. Let's see, they might be kind of stale. Oh, yeah, they're stale. These are still good though. Damn. Yeah, I'm curious. Let's see. we're going to be able to just slap this in the data. Picture from clipboard. Eight oh two 788 548 548. Actually, let's insert data. Just check this to see if it's right. Store units. I wonder if the Zara home stores are sort of embedded in the Zara stores. Bershka. I've never heard of this Stradivarius. Okay, so it seems like another one of these fast fashion type. There's no men's, I don't think. Let's just see if we can go to jeans. $50 for a pair of jeans, it's not bad. Yeah. Okay, and they have different types of fits. But it seems like all of it is their own private label. I'm trying to think then. What is Oisho? I guess this is another one of those women's, huh? Bershka. Do English, go to fashion. Let's take a look at the men's fashion stuff. Yeah, I bet it's very hard to differentiate yourself in this business. Because when I looked at the few web pages, I mean, I couldn't really tell the difference between $30 for this stuff. It's not even that bad. I wonder who makes this stuff. Okay, see it on TikTok. Turkey, Egypt, Bangladesh. It's very interesting. Okay. Largest exporters of textiles / clothes in the world. European Union, 27. World Trade Organization. I've never been here before, actually. This is interesting. Global value chain. Oh man, I have to pay for this. What's this? Let's go to China. I don't know what VA stands for. Okay, computer and electronic products. Oh, value add, probably. Trade in value add. This is interesting, they have this stuff. Oh, well, seems like it might got deleted. Okay. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, what is this trade in value add? What is trade in value add? The WTO, World Trade Organization measures. Oh, I see. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, that thought hadn't even crossed my mind. Where you have the intermediate steps. Oh god. This is kind of like the PPI almost. Okay, I'm gonna get some more water. Alright. Let's see. It's 2:14. Try to do this for another 45 minutes. Yeah, this is starting to get a bit complicated because we're working with a lot of these international companies. And for me, I've only thought of investing on this domestic scale in the US. But it seems like for this fashion industry, and even with the semiconductor industry too, that's something that I've mainly focused on US chip designers or chip manufacturers like Intel, AMD, NVIDIA. I haven't really looked at TSMC or ASML, United Microelectronics Company, and I know there's a few others in this international space. Yeah, this is a complex thing. I do have to say, because I feel like there's a lot that can go into inventories, gross profit margins, and then simultaneously which markets to target, which countries to target geographically. There's a lot of thought that can go into it. How to brand your products, which consumer segment to target, whether it's men, women, children, if you want to even break into the home segment. Yeah, this is very tough. There's a lot here. There's a lot to understand. That's for sure. LVMH, I think, would be another interesting company to look at, right? I do have to get more comfortable, break out of my comfort zone, look at some of these larger corporations. What the hell? They have a Discord game? That's very interesting. Let's see what's here. We have everything. So doesn't seem like they do. They break things down by quarterly figures. It's a non-financial indicator. Oh wow, most of their suppliers do come from Europe. Let's see, yeah, what if we press export data? What happens? What the hell? This is an Excel spreadsheet? Guess so. Maybe because this company is just so massive, maybe they don't give out any quarterly information. So it does seem like I don't know what the selective retailing in other activities is, but for some regions, for most regions, the fashion and leather goods business is the largest, and then you also have selective retailing in other activities. I'm going to take a look maybe at their annual report. Oh, wait. Let's see. This actually could be interesting. Cognac. Okay. So Beyonce has some type of whiskey that LVMH made with them, right? Fashion and leather goods. Man, they own a lot of these. Okay, so they own Rimowa, Berluti, Givenchy, Fendi, Loro Piana. I might be pronouncing these wrong. Celine, Loewe, Christian Dior, Couture, Louis Vuitton. Christian Dior. So they don't have Sephora in here, which could be. Oh wow, they do own Fenty Beauty. Okay, I could see why this company or this part of the business can get pretty big. It's because this is where Sephora is reported in. Right. I don't know what DFS is. Yeah, slowly building this mental model of the world where you have a company that does a little bit of everything, really. Champagne and wine, cognac and spirits. I'm surprised I don't know why they break this out. And they don't break out the see, LVMH. All right, let's insert, let's take a look. So we gotta do champagne, wine, and spirits. Okay. So Q1 2024. Wines, cognac, and spirits. Wine. Fashion and leather goods. Perfumes and cosmetics. Watches and jewelry. Selective retailing. Other activities and eliminations. Okay, let's shift down. So 680. It's Q1. $736. Cognac and spirits. So we just sum these two up. Should give us 1416. Okay. Fashion and leather goods, right? $10,490. We have, let's just copy this, 10,281. Watches and jewelry. Two four six 4175 negative. Total, okay. So this is equal to the sum of all these. That should give us oh shoot. $26.94. Okay, I think it's close enough. 676. So this is in euros. I didn't realize. So champagne and wines, I guess wines and spirits. So it's a $6 billion business alone. 2024 for LVMH. Wow. Fashion and leather goods. That's $42 billion. $42 billion business. I guess if you compare that to Zara, if you compare that to Nike, to Uniqlo, to Gap, this is by far the largest. I guess if you include leather goods, I don't know if that's considered an apparel, but I want to say the revenues of Zara, Urban Outfitters, Abercrombie, Levi's, all of these apparel brands, they also do have some type of accessories, home goods component to them, at least with Urban Outfitters, which I guess is more of a retailer, more so than in a brand itself. But I think this is actually by far the largest fashion company in the entire world. Based on just looking at their revenues right here, their run rate revenues is $42 billion in euros as well. So that's a lot. Yeah, this is half of LVMH. Inditex, what do we have? 8 billion. So it's close, 8 billion euros. But yeah, that's still a lot. I guess then Nike is the one that is sort of comparable to. Okay. I guess this is where we see the power of Nike's brand. Fashion and leather goods. Okay. Let's see. What do we get? 2983. Looks good. Okay. So we are seeing a slowdown in spending, it seems like, for these really I'm missing something here. 9-1. Okay. Yeah, we are seeing that's almost a $2 billion decline in revenues. 10% decline. I wonder what happened. Seems like the biggest hit was everything declined across the board except for perfumes, but it seems like the fashion business took a big hit, the fashion and leather goods space. copy this. Business segments. Okay. Yeah, I actually kind of do want to take a look here at the business segments. Let's start with champagnes and wine. Wines and spirits. Hennessy. Sir Davis whiskey. Chateau de Esclans. Sparkling non-alcoholic wine. Call it French Bloom. Fashion and leather goods. Okay, so I think let's do Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, I think Lowe, Ramoa, Celine, Fendi, Loro Piana, Berluti, Givenchy. Okay, perfumes and cosmetics. I didn't realize perfumes. That's a $2 billion business, man. Oh my god, that's a lot of money. Okay. Christian Dior, Guerlain. I've never heard of this. Parfumes. Givenchy. Okay, so I remember my girlfriend talking to me about Fenty Beauty, and I didn't realize that it's owned by LVMH. That's interesting. Watches and oh, you know, DFS sounds so familiar, and I know why now. I think it was owned by Advent International. I remember now. I think it was owned by Advent International, one of those private equity buyout firms. And I want to say it's a European-based furniture retailer, kind of similar to IKEA. Furniture retail company, right? Oh, it seems like it's a standalone company then. What's DFS? LVMH. Oh, this might be duty free? Duty free stores? I've always wondered who owned this. Okay, so I guess there are two DFSs. Tiffany and Co. Bulgari Tag Heuer. Sounds familiar. I don't know. I guess it's a watch. Zenith. Shaw Metz. Fred. Ahmed. Lepi. 1839. Okay. Selected. Retailing. Sephora. Yeah, DFS, duty free, Le Bon Marche. There's a lot, man. There's a lot of brands. Copy this, bring it down here. Let's copy this, bring it down here. Let's copy this, bring it down, bring it down. All right, so 31 gets underlying companies. Yeah, that's a lot, that's a lot. All right. I kind of, now that we're talking about beauty products, I told my girlfriend I would try to understand the beauty industry a bit more so I can talk to her about makeup stuff. I know e.l.f. is one of those publicly traded companies. e.l.f., Ulta. Let's take a look at these. NYX Professional. Coty. NYX. Estee Lauder. And then there's another one. L'Oreal. Beauty plus cosmetics. Okay. Let's do companies. So Ulta Beauty, e.l.f., Estee Lauder, Coty. I've never heard of these, I'm not gonna lie. Is NYX publicly traded? NYX stock. Okay, L'Oreal. L'Oreal. Ooh, Shiseido. Okay, Revlon. Maybe this is a private. Okay, that's interesting. but maybe it'll still be good to know the private companies. Private Revlon. I guess this is a good place for ChatGPT. So what are major publicly traded internet cosmetic companies in the world? Estee Lauder, MAC, okay. Bobbi Brown, Japan. Okay, ChatGPT, thank you so much. This is very helpful. Okay, so Shiseido. A more Pacific Bayersdorf Natura and Co. Interparfums, Jimmy Choo. Okay. So Elf, we got Corporation. Okay. What about her? Can you break down the growth strategies for each company? I heard that Estee Lauder right now is a company that is kind of going through some tough times. Beauty, Beiersdorf. Oh, there's this company I remember yesterday when I was shopping at Target. Color Pop. I don't know exactly what it is. Seed Beauty. So I guess it's still privately owned. TikTok shop affiliate and operations manager. All right, so I guess maybe for a lot of these companies, a lot of them have to go through TikTok or an Instagram, but it seems like, let's see. If they're hiring a TikTok shop affiliate and operations manager, this must mean, oh, but I feel like ByteDance is private. TikTok shop API metrics. Where are they getting this from though? Oh, okay, so the information did. Okay, yeah, that's very interesting, but let's see, sell through channels, TikTok, oops, Instagram. I think I am very far from the target audience of these companies. I'd imagine it's probably targeting girls ages, let's say 15 to 30. That's kind of probably the target range there. And then I think maybe when you target these younger customers, if you do build this branding with them, then once they grow older, they graduate, they're able to gain money off a job, off some salary, then that's when they can really start spending money on products that you make. So maybe targeting people at a very young age and then sustaining that relationship is a winning idea. Shopify. Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom again. Yes, I'm drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated. Oh, what is Hawk? Oh, Hawk coin. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Just thinking. So L'Oreal would probably be the one to watch here. We also have, I think I have too many. Oh no, too many of these tabs. Oh god. Okay. Nice. So they are based in Europe. Sales. 6% like for like. Let's see what this is. Based on comparable structure and identical exchange rates. Division, professional products, Lux. Oh, these guys own La Roche-Posay. Okay. I remember my dermatologist recommended me a sunscreen from La Roche-Posay. So it's interesting to see this is the company that owns it. Okay. Seems like L'Oreal's the biggest one. Alright. Did you break down this by sales by division? By division and professional product, consumer products, plus dermatological beauty. Not entirely sure if that's how you say it, but by region, Europe, North America, North Asia. What's Sapmina SSA? South Asia, Pacific, Middle East, North Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa. Okay. Right, North Asia then I guess is probably China, one of the biggest ones. SAP, MENA, SSA, Latin America, group total. Let's just copy this down. So 1162. 2025. Total yeah, this is a decent amount of money. Damn. Oops. $10 billion. Damn it, man. Okay. I think if we compare that, it's more than what Micron makes, the memory chip manufacturer. It's more than what, not SK Hynix though. SK Hynix does make more money than this. I'd say very comparable to Intel. I want to say, when we're comparing the quarterly revenues. I don't know the exact amount for Intel's quarterly revenues, but I want to say it's within the $10 to $12 billion range. I know 8.7 was Micron's November 30th, 2023 revenues, and most of that 6.4 billion was from the I wouldn't say high bandwidth memory, but from the dynamic random access memory, which does include high bandwidth memory. So it's interesting to see you have this company that $10 billion in quarterly revenues. I guess their market cap is probably twice as high as Micron though. L'Oreal market cap. Yeah, it's pretty much twice as high as Micron. Okay. I'd imagine then the earnings profile is pretty strong then. Damn, what? 15. I think Estee Lauder companies. Eesh, yeah, it's just been going. Just been tanking from 370 all the way down to 72. Okay, so Europe, 3417.2. All right, yeah, looks good. Okay. Actually, am very curious. I do want to maybe quickly take a look at Estee Lauder real quick. See what's been going on. Hopefully they have a year-over-year comparison. So this would be Q3, September 30th, 2024. Okay. It's good. Let's take a look at Estee Lauder. I guess because they are US based, let's just look at SEC Edgar. This is in euros. So I think this was October 30th, 2024. Never mind. It's also September 30th. Okay, so just right off the bat, seems like it's 3 times less revenue compared to L'Oreal. Okay. So they are trying to go through a restructuring program, it seems like. Restructuring charges. Stock programs, numerator. Okay, yes, this is interesting. Product category data. Operating income. Okay. Net sales by product category. Let's do skincare, makeup, fragrance, hair care, other. Okay. This is Q3. $518. Oops, 40. There you go. 3518. All right. By region. Okay, interesting. So it seems like their skincare, makeup, fragrance, hair care, other, okay, everything is declining by sales product category. And it seems like same thing with the regions, Americas, Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, all of those are starting to face some type of decline in sales. If you look at the operating income, let's take a look here. By product category. By regions, the Americas. The Americas. $100. Okay. Charges associated with restructuring, other activities. Negative 121. Yeah, okay. Skincare seems to be somewhat profitable. Makeup, I don't know what happened. Do they just reclassify? So they guess makeup versus skincare. Fragrance. Okay. Right. Regions. Oh wow, I'm surprised. America has historically been unprofitable for this business. Historically unprofitable. The Americas. Question is why? Water presentation. Is this the one? Yeah, okay. Oh, they own Clinique, yeah. The Ordinary, Nod, Smashbox. kind of like this. Interesting way of highlighting their brands. I feel like my mom used to use Clinique. That was her entry price point, classic, progressive. Premium. Okay. I sell our prestige products. Yeah, this could be interesting. Estee Lauder. All right, so I think with that, I'm gonna end this here. So what did we go over today? We went through a few international fashion companies, saw the revenue profiles, and was just pretty much hard coding a bunch of data into this Excel spreadsheet. But we saw fast retailing, Indentex, you see how to pronounce it. Indentex, okay, Indentex, LVMH. So these big, probably 1, 2, and 3, maybe 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5. LVMH seems to be number 1. Indentex is number 2, and fast retailing maybe 4 or 5. I think H&M, Hermès, and Mertz, I forgot how to pronounce it. That's probably number 3 in the entire apparel business. So we looked at those companies, saw that LVMH is facing some declines in their core businesses, especially in the fashion business. Year over year, Inditex, I think, is increasing their stores and surprisingly seeing an increase in their revenues. Right, they have pretty high margins of 60% and net income margin really high, 15.9%. Uniqlo, I think they're trying to expand internationally. Turns out that their revenues have also fallen a bit, I think year over year, but now they're launching a GU business in the US, so we'll see if that moves the needle at all. And then over on the cosmetics side, we looked at Estee Lauder, L'Oreal, number 1, number 2 in terms of size for the cosmetics business. L'Oreal has about a $10 billion quarterly revenue, $40 billion run rate revenue. If you look at Estee Lauder, that number is around $3 billion. So that's around a $12 billion run rate revenue. Yeah, I think that is it for today. There's a lot of information that we process, so I probably will forget some of it. I think what I might do maybe later today or tomorrow is try to make some flashcards so we can try to remember and retain this information. Some of the high level numbers, see if you can get the revenue numbers, maybe get some of the margins in there as well. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I gotta go all the way to oops. Go live. Let's take a look. All right, end stream. All right, see you guys.